Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with another guide for Bloodborne, and in part 6 of the full playthrough walkthrough, we're going to go through the Forbidden Woods. In order to access the Forbidden Woods, we need to have defeated Vicar Amelia in the Cathedral Ward and touch the skull that appears in her on the altar in her arena, and then we learn the password that gives us access to the Forbidden Woods. If you've never joined me for these walkthroughs, this is a Let's Play style walkthrough, so I'm recording as I play and as I talk, and I'll edit out any deaths that I can't quickly recover from, and then I'll also edit out any background noise I can control, but it's pretty windy here. You may hear that for ambiance, or for ambiance, I should say. All right, I'll show you my stats. Currently level 38 with 21 vitality, 20 endurance, 23 strength, 10 skill. I have a Hunter Axe build, currently +5, and then I'm using the Hunter's set. I do recommend bringing antidotes with you into the Forbidden Woods because there are some poisoning enemies. You can purchase any of those from the fountains or just pick them up. But yeah, all right. So we're going to go to the Forbidden Woods. We'll start out at Cathedral Ward, and I'm assuming you have the gate open to the plaza. If not, you'll just need to go the long way. But chances are you have it open if you've been following along. The Forbidden Woods is a long area, pretty confusing. But it also leads back to Iosefka's clinic, which is quite nice. So we get to open up a shortcut back to the beginning of the game, which is one of the best things to do in a Souls game. It's just, the world building in these titles is incredible. All right. So here in the plaza, we're going to run to the second exit over here. And since it's nighttime, the church guardians are asleep until you get near them. I'm going to ignore the enemies in this area. There's a brain sucker here. Yeah, you can hear him sort of crawling behind me. He's creepy. Alright. And since we've spoken to Alfred before, we can speak with him again. And he now has an additional dialogue option where he tells you about the corrupted vile bloods of Cainhurst Castle. We discussed Cainhurst Castle in the previous walkthrough. The entrance to Cainhurst is in Hemwick Charnel Lane, and we can, at the end of Castle Cainhurst, we'll cover it in another walkthrough, but at the end of Castle Cainhurst, you'll get an unopened summons, and if you come back to Alfred and give him the unopened summons, he will then go to Castle Cainhurst and do some stuff there. We'll cover that in that guide, but for now, Alfred will stay here until we send him to Cainhurst, so he will always be here. Okay, let's head down the stairs. Antidote on the corpse should give you a hint. Alright, and since we've killed Vicar Amelia and watched the cutscene afterwards, we now know the password to the woods, and it is Fear the Old Blood, the adage of the Healing Church. And somehow the guy who was asking us the password is already dead. And oddly enough, if you were to use the Iosefka's Clinic skip in version 1.0 of the game, and then, I thought that was a magnifying glass, and then come back here basically like backwards, that guy will still be dead. So he's always dead. It's just a weird little Easter egg, I guess you want to call it. Alright, so this is the Forbidden Woods. This place is quite rough. I can't really exaggerate that. There's a lot of little pits and falls that you can take to get various treasures. Truth be told, I can't even remember if this is one of them, so we'll take the long way. My world knowledge in Bloodborne is not as strong as it is in Dark Souls, so you'll have to forgive me. I think I know the Forbidden Woods pretty well, and I know how to get through it. But it is easy to get lost here. Alright, so we'll come up here, grab this treasure. Twin Bloodstone Shards. There's a lot of Twin Bloodstone Shards here, so don't forget to warp back to the Hunter's Dream every once in a while. This way you can level up your weapon. Alright, so we have somebody throwing oil urns our way. And he's up there. So there's a lot of villagers sort of tucked in the woods here. And they're just trying to make life miserable for us, so we'll cut them down. Villagers are often accompanied by either other villagers or those furry-faced transformed villagers. Alright, so we're going to come up here. And then I feel like there's a big dude back here. Yep, there he is. That was a long-distance parry. I like that. I'm proud of that one. Alright, let's wait for him to get up. Cut him up a couple times. Oh, he's got the headbutt today. Wow, it's been a long time since I've seen that attack. But he dropped some blood vials, no big deal. And we're going to come back here. And there's a couple of corpses. Some Madman's Knowledge and an Adept Blood Gemstone. I haven't actually checked the Bloodstone menu in a while. Or the Gemstone menu in quite a while. I should probably do that the next time I go back to the Dream. Alright, so now that we've done that little side area, we can head further down into the woods. Alright. Alright, we're coming up on the lamp here. And our kind of only time to breathe in the Forbidden Woods. Alright, so lighting this lamp, there is a house right here, guarded by a crow, so be careful. Oh god, guarded by a few of them, actually. So we can't actually go into this house yet, I just want to show it to you and point something out. Alright, so there is a door right here that we cannot enter just yet. And this is a big shortcut that we're going to activate later, so just kind of be ready for that. There's only one lamp in the woods until the boss, and we're basically just going to keep coming back here to use it. Some antidotes around the corner, and then this is going to be the first of the booby traps that you encounter here. Alright, oh, sorry, I was just short of that guy. Alright, so there's a rifle dude here. We can quickly chop him up. And you'll notice, just want to make sure I'm not about to die. Right. You'll notice that there's some like broken wood here and some bones on the floor, and that's because this is a booby trap. So if you step on this, it activates a swinging spiked log. These sorts of... Oh god. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. I did not know that was going to happen. Anyway, there's a lot of those booby traps scattered throughout the woods. You got to be very careful with those. Alright, so we got another set of twin bloodstone shards here. You can go further on into the woods. So the left path is definitely like the intended path. However, from experience, I know to take the right path, because this allows us... Oh god, not great. Anyway, this allows us to get the jump on some enemies that will otherwise cause us a lot of grief. Yeah, so we're going to come over here, and then we're going to drop back here. And there's a treasure goblin here that we're going to quickly cut up. And there's crows on the other side, so we got to be careful. Great, a couple of twin bloodstone shards. The crows always deal so much damage, and I always forget. Anyway, swipe these guys right away. Cool. Alright. So the idea is that the treasure goblin would run into those crows, but we're too fast for that. Alright, but now that we're on the other side here, we can take care of these villagers before they get to us. Alright, let's come up on this hill. These guys like to throw oil urns, so you gotta be careful. They also come equipped with some friendly dogs. Oh no. Oh my god, I'm always like a pixel short. There you go. Alright, yeah, so he's just going to keep throwing oil urns. Take him down. Give these guys a quick spin to win. Oh, okay, didn't hit this guy. If you get hit with an oil urn, it really doesn't do much damage to you, but you want to be careful around fire for a couple minutes while you have that sort of triangle emblem under your health bar. That indicates that you're covered in oil. Alright, maybe we can get this guy to walk into the fire here. Oh no. Oh well. Cool, so he's down. And then this is like that intended path I mentioned to you before. This is the corpse that we were looking at. So now we can loot this safely. Now that we've taken care of everybody. A lot of twin bloodstone shards. I'm definitely going to have to go back and level up my weapon once we activate the shortcut. Alright, so with that section done, we are now starting to enter the woods proper. And this is where things start to get a little crazy. There is a jump that we need to make at some point here that can be pretty gnarly. So I'm going to come over here and just take care of this guy real quick. There's a jump to a very hidden armor set. It's actually not hidden. It's not super hidden. It's easily visible, but you can't get to it unless you do a specific jump. All right, so we get some beast blood pellets there. And what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to go back to the main path. I didn't really want to skip. I'm just looking for that jump. Alright, so this is where we came from with all those villagers, so we're gonna head up here real quick. Okay, this is where we came from. This leads to the treasure goblin, to the right. Cool. Alright. Cool, so we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna head into like a little village area of the Forbidden Woods. And there's booby traps galore around here, so we do have to be careful. This is a floor that's going to break, and we're gonna drop. Alright. Not a big deal, though. You do take a little bit of damage, but that's okay. Alright, so in the center of this area is a big pit that we want to be very careful not to fall into. Yeah, it's right there. It's all broken up there. So I'm going to come over here, and then this may aggro some enemies. Come back here. Into this house. Sometimes enemies are just like waking up. So we got some blood cocktails. This door opens from the other side, right? Alright, we got homeboy over here. He should see us. I don't think my gun will... Yeah, my gun doesn't aggro anybody. Alright, so he's down. You gotta be very careful around the wood planks because that will send you... One of the pits kills you. The other one has some treasure underneath it. Alright, take care of these guys real quick. I'm just going to touch this. Just see which one it is. Okay, this is the one that you survive. So there's a lot of crows underneath, so I'm going to walk on top of it and then just hold R1 as I'm falling. That did nothing for me. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm probably getting pecked by that crow. Ugh, come on, dude. One more. Alright, the crows are down. It's probably just a madman's knowledge. Oh, okay, antidote's not bad. Like I said, one of those pits can kill you, so you want to be very careful when you arrive in these little village sections, because they can be pretty deadly. Alright, so coming out of the ladder here, just to give you your bearings again, we came from this way, where I'm facing now, and we can go this way if we like. However, I'm going to go this way. I'm going to take care of these guys in this house over here. Ugh, okay, that didn't work out. Wait for that guy to fire, and then you have your opening here. Great. Get some bullets from him. Corpse here with some pungent blood cocktails. Okay, coming out here. This guy is actually alive. He's just asleep. You gotta be really careful in the woods here. There's more blood vials. And then we can break these. And then we can go behind there, just through a different way. We can actually go behind this house very carefully. Great. We got homeboy with the top hat here. Alright, so now we're behind this house. Now we can head over here. And then into this house. You always want to be careful entering these houses. Some more beast blood pellets. Okay. Now we can go ahead and exit the way we came. So that's that same corpse. He has bullets. Just checking in here. I don't think there's anything. Nope. Okay. Very good. Alright, so now we're done there. That person just... I hope they meant to do that. That was funny. That's why I like playing online. You can just see things that are hilarious. Okay, so we're going to go through this gate here. And then this is going to start to take us back uphill. So we're going to follow... Oh, God. Totally missed that one. Thank God for the sound. Wow, that was really close. We're going to head up this hill. Alright, come over here. Loot this corpse for some thick, cold blood. And we're going to come back here. And then this is the back entrance to the village. So this is the hill that we sort of walked up. So this is what I mean. The woods can get really confusing. There's not a ton of landmarks, but the ones that are there are sort of like subtle. Like these red gravestones, it sort of indicates you're coming to the village. The torches on the trees and all that. Okay, so let's head back down here. Great. And then go back down the hill. And this is the booby trap. It's never going to go this way. And sometimes these sort of detours will just lead to like a little treasure or something. Nothing super major. So you do have to be careful. Alright, so there's a corpse up here. Let's go ahead and loot this. For a quick silver bullet. And now there's a house right here. I'm not going to talk to this person just yet. This is a very, very important house, though. And I'll explain that in a bit. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here and kill the dogs in their cages. Otherwise, they're going to bust out and cause a lot of problems for us. There are some dogs that are already loose, so you do want to be careful of those. Okay, I think we're safe for now. So I'm going to talk to the person in this house, and this is Patches. And if you've played the Souls games before, you should understand that Patches is not always the nicest person. I'm just checking to see if you can actually see a body in here, because usually you can't.
Oh, a hunter of beasts, are you?
Okay, so he's super quiet. So anyway, just talking to this dude, he will give you the Tonsil stone. I thought it was a fossil stone. So the Tonsil stone is an item that you can bring to sort of where he tells you to bring it if you listen to his dialogue. He says there's a church near the Grand Cathedral, and you should go there. And if you walk in there and stand near a door, an amygdala will sort of do a sweeping portal like the one near in Cathedral Ward. But if you have the Tonsil stone equipped, you will get brought to a new area. We're going to do that much later in the game. We don't have to worry about that for now. But basically, when you enter the Forbidden Woods, any house that you speak with after entering the Forbidden Woods will give you the Tonsil stone. Wait, can you actually see him? There is a corpse on the other side of this building. Anyway, so it doesn't matter who you talk to after entering the Forbidden Woods. The first house you talk to will always give you the Tonsil stone. All right, so you may be tempted to go through this gate. Don't. Instead, we're going to go around, and we're actually going to come back here because this path here is very important. All right, so there's a crow here. Go ahead and take care of that. And then, like I said, there are some dogs that are already loose. But we're going to go up on top of this roof here. All right, some more crows. And then we have the white church set here. Kill a couple more crows. All right. Then we have the white church set. I am going to make an executive decision here, and I am going to go down the path I mentioned before. Okay, so this path leads to an underground cave, and this cave is a poison swamp. Luckily, it's not as vast as Blighttown or Valley of Defilement. It's quite short, but the enemies inside are incredibly... Oh, God. How did I just survive that? Okay, so you can see my poison building up. So I'm going to go ahead and loot that Arcane Blood Gemstone. Oh, God. Yeah, so we have these, like, maggots that are really annoying. Gotta be very careful. They deal a ton of damage. I cannot even joke about it. I hate that I fell down here, but I'll at least show you how to recover in case you do the same thing. Alright, so these maggot worms are really frustrating. And there are big church guardians down here that you have to be very, very careful of. Try to get back to the actual entrance here in a sec. Alright, so there are church guardians. The maggots are like underwater and really hard to see. You gotta be very careful. Alright, so I'm gonna come back over here. Hopefully not aggro too much. And then this is where we should have come in from. Now, this is where we slid down right here. So, real sorry about that. Let me go ahead and use an antidote, sort of reset. I do want to clear this place out because there are some good treasures, but the church guardians down here are, oh, really tough. Okay, so they don't have their weapons, but you are in a poison swamp, so you're basically always going to be taking bonus damage. And so you can employ the same tactics. Doing a big R2 spin to win will cause them to get a little staggered. So don't be afraid to do that. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. And eventually you're just going to have to like be okay with being poisoned. It's kind of the way it goes. You're just going to be taking poison the whole time you're in here. But at least have an antidote on hand in case things get crazy or you run out of vials. It'll help you out. Oh, God, yeah. So when they die, they explode into maggots, which is disgusting, but I guess true. Okay, cool. So these guys drop shards, and then there's sort of treasure lurking around every corner that you want to watch out for. Some frenzied cold blood. Great. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to come around here. Yeah, because there's maggots here that I want to take care of first before fighting the next Church Guardian. You know, I've been calling them Church Guardians. I'm not even 100% sure of their names. I hope that's their names. Okay, so this guy's here. So he's going to try to punch us. Oh, and he's going to succeed. That sucks. All right, I'm going to roll this way. Oh, wow, that was actually a really poor decision on my part. I could have died right there. That's all right. Yeah, they recover so fast since they don't have their weapons. But the R2 spin to win will stagger them every time. And if you have a +5 weapon, you're going to be doing some decent damage to them. All right, so one more will probably do it. Oh my god. Get up, get up, get up. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, god. Damn, dude. Jesus, I cannot heal fast enough from these things. Holy shnikes, that's crazy. So yeah, these guys are unbelievably quick since they don't have weapons and armor anymore. Oh my god, dude. This is bad. I'm, like, so short on vials now. This is crazy. Oh my god, I don't even... I hope he drops vials. It'd be very helpful, sir. He's gonna do a big hit again. There we go. I don't know why I backed up. I should have went right into it. Ooh, that was close. Okay. What do you got? Okay, a blue elixir. That stymies frenzy, which can be helpful. Alright, so we're gonna come over here. Run across, come back here. Alright, this is the exit, I believe. Almost positive this is the exit. Yeah, this is the exit. I don't want to exit just yet. I want to take down this final Church Guardian. Get the last few treasures. Just watch out for maggots, because they are here. Okay. So this guy's sleeping. The maggots aggro from kind of a mile away, though, so you gotta be careful. I think it was just 2, though. Oh, god damn. I thought I had more time. Can you parry these guys? I'm not even sure. Nah, it doesn't look like it. I think they're too big. Alright. Wow, that didn't actually stagger him. That was wild. That was wild and crazy, kids. Oh, no. More maggots. Not good. Okay, we got him. Oh my god, that was really rough. Whew. Alright, so take a moment to collect yourself. And now we can leave. Dirty Gem Bloodstone. Alright, cool. So, now that we've done all that, go ahead and use an antidote. And then we're going to climb this really big ladder. It's going to lead to another big ladder. At least I think. I'm not sure if it's 1 ladder or 2. Anyway, this is sort of like a snake eater situation. And it gives you a lot of context to what's going on here. There's a lot of bodies down here, a lot of corpses, just littering the area, a lot of flowers. And, yep, okay, so 2 ladders. And then the second ladder brings us to a very familiar location. And if you've been waiting for this moment in Bloodborne, just like you got it in Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 a couple times, we are now back in central Yharnam. So this is the other side of the locked gate from the very beginning of the game, here in central Yharnam. So we are now on the other side of Iosefka's clinic. But we are not done just yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to head in here, and then we are going to now basically go into the back side of Iosefka's clinic for some special items. You want to be careful in here. There are a couple of brain suckers, and then there are also some crows just kind of littered about. Yep, there's a brain sucker right there. He's sort of staring up into a window. He sees us. The parry on these guys basically kills them instantaneously. Yep, they're really, really weak to visceral attacks. They recover really fast, though, and they have high defense otherwise, so you gotta make sure you have enough stamina to take care of them. Alright, good quick silver bullet drop. A madman's knowledge here. And yeah, he's sort of staring up into a window up here. And we'll find out why in a moment. So coming up here onto the roof, there are a lot of crows, so we need to be careful, especially since we don't have many blood vials left. Alright. Get some pebbles. Whoa, I don't know why that... I pressed R1, but nothing happened. That's weird. Alright, so that's it for the crows here. Let's make sure there's no treasures on the other side of the chimneys. And when we enter Iosefka's clinic, we are going to receive some insight. And now we have a choice. We can turn right, which we will do in a moment, but instead we're going to turn left. And upon turning left, we are going to receive a warning in a moment from who we assume is Iosefka. If we enter this room here. Alright, so in this room we have a corpse of a celestial emissary. And the story here, I'll take a minute. The story here is that Iosefka, at the start of the game, is the real Iosefka. At some point in the hunt, or during the night, an imposter infiltrates Iosefka's clinic and starts experimenting on Iosefka. And this imposter Iosefka is attempting to commune with the old ones. And the celestial emissaries are a way to do that. So she basically transforms Iosefka into a celestial emissary. And we can encounter the imposter Iosefka here as well. Alright, opening this chest, we get the communion rune. And then there is a doorway right here. And then upon entering this door, we will start to receive a warning from the imposter Iosefka, who is atop these stairs.
How did you worm your way in here?
Alright, so what I recommend doing is, I'm just going to double check my information here. I don't want to give you wrong information. Imposter Iosefka. Imposter Iosefka.
You'll do the saving. But if you refuse to leave...
Sorry. Extra life's a bit of a mess. Okay. So, if you kill her in this state, you get the Odin Writhe rune, and her questline ends. But if we return to the dream, she will close the doors, yada yada yada. But if we come back much later, we will get a very special item that allows us to fight the real final boss. So, if this is your first playthrough and you just want to fight all the bosses, do not engage Imposter Iosefka. Instead, you're going to want to leave. But that is where she is. You can fight her for a rune, which I recommend doing on New Game Plus. Otherwise, just go ahead and leave, because you want to come back way later in the game. Alright. Cool, so we're going to open this door. And then there is a celestial emissary here. I guess maybe this is Iosefka. This is Iosefka, now that I'm thinking about it. And so we're going to kill Iosefka here, this celestial emissary. Killing Iosefka. We cannot... Right, of course this is Iosefka. I was mistaken before. So we already have Iosefka's blood vial, so we can't loot it again. But on this gurney here is a very, very important item, which is the Cainhurst summons. So let's go ahead and read that. It's in our key items. And we see that it is an old bloodstained summons inviting an honored guest to the forsaken castle Cainhurst. Rather bafflingly, it is addressed to you. Do not hesitate. The stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Crossing. So there's your sort of hint that there is a stagecoach waiting for you in Hemwick. So I mentioned that in the previous guide in Hemwick Charnel Lane. So yeah, just go if you want to go to Castle Cainhurst. It's a very late game area. I don't recommend doing it until much later. But you can head back to Hemwick Charnel Lane and go to that blue sort of pillar that's sticking out of the ground near the boss's room or near the boss's building, and then you can go to Cainhurst. We'll keep that in our inventory for now, and we're going to head back to the Forbidden Woods. So we can drop down these ladders. Right, just like that. And then ride this one as well. I just want to make sure there's no treasure down there for me to jump to, but no, there's not. I don't know why I felt like there was. What is down here? Is there another church guardian here that I missed? Where did that dude come from? Well, anyway, why did they respawn? Why did everything in here respawn? I don't know if that's scripted or a bug. I really don't know. Does that mean everything respawned? Well, anyway. No matter. We're going to head back into the woods now. That's really weird. I didn't know that would happen. If we get attacked by dogs here, then something changed. No, the dogs are still dead. Nope, they're alive. What? Does going back to Iosefka's cause everything to respawn? That is so weird. Alright, so there's an open cage there. And the crow is back? I wonder if going back to Central Yharnam causes these guys to respawn. Well, anyway, a couple dogs here that are alive. God. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Okay, so we're going to come over here. And then now we can basically kill the dude who would have dropped the gate on us. So he's over here. Right. Then we can head inside now. Go ahead and pick up a blue elixir. Fortunately, he only has bullets, which isn't very helpful to us right now. I need vials, man. It's okay. We're sort of close to the shortcut anyway. All right, so there's a snatcher here. I actually totally forgot about this dude. So go ahead and transform your weapon, and then as he's buffing up, just do a charged R2 spin to win. And then he's buffing again. Do it again. And probably, yeah, just one more time. We'll do the trick. Ooh, that was close. He backstepped. All right, cool. So the snatcher's dead. Hey, 6 blood vials. Back in business. Okay, so now we're going to start sort of crawling along the rooftops here. Come in here first, though. Go ahead and loot the Beast Roar spell. So this is a spell that we can equip if we like, but I probably can't use it. Yeah, I don't have enough arcane stat to use spells, but yeah, you can use a roar to repel foes. Makes them afraid of you, which is pretty interesting. Okay, great. So now we're going to start walking along these rooftops. And believe it or not, we are sort of above another area that we will come back to. And it's basically like an oily... Oh, god damn, dude. I didn't see that guy. It's basically like an oily lake. And as we walk in it, we get drenched in oil, I believe. And then these guys just throw Molotovs all day, which kind of makes life miserable for us. So we're going to take care of them now, instead of waiting for them to set us on fire like these kind gentlemen. I'm going to kill the one in the back first. Okay, cool. So now that we're here, we can drop down. Yeah, see, it's all oil down here, which means that the Molotovs that these guys are chucking at us would have lit us on fire. All right, so I'm just going to check right here real quick. Sure there's nothing over here. Nope. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and drop down onto this roof, which would otherwise be inaccessible. Careful, careful, careful. Alright, and we get 11 Molotov cocktails of our own. And then what I'm actually going to do is, since we've sort of circled around this area enough, I am going to... I'm going to sort of backtrack and show you the other way to get to this area. Alright. So you can see, walking in this area, we are just, like, automatically covered in oil. Jesus. Alright, so this is basically that village with the big hole in it from earlier, with the crows in the pit. That's where we are. So yeah, I guess going to Central Yharnam makes everything respawn. I never knew that. Anyway, so that's where we are right now. Let's go ahead and head into the river. And then now that we've killed all the Molotov throwers, we don't have to worry about them so much. But there are still these swampy enemies that we met much earlier on in the game in the Aqueduct in Central Yharnam. So they have the same attacks, they're the same enemies, they just have a lot more health now. Be very careful, very, very careful with these guys. Great. They drop blood vials, so nice. Okay, a couple more here. They really blend in with the gravestones. I admittedly did not see that guy. Oh, Jesus. Wow, okay, time for me to heal. I thought I could overpower him. Alright. Yeah, they sort of blend in with the gravestones over there. So there's an enemy here that we can do a charge R2, get a backstab. The rare backstab. The rare backstab in Bloodborne. Okay. Oh, and we got the vials before his corpse disappeared. Nice. All right. So before we proceed any further, I'm going to come over here, and then we're actually going to activate a shortcut. Pick up some twin bloodstone shards. Great. And then this door leads to one of the houses in that village. So in case you get lost again, you can just come back here. This is where the pit is. So you can actually now just completely circumvent the oil river if you just go into this house where the door is. Cool. Whew. Like I said, the Forbidden Woods is long. It's a long, long area. A couple villagers up here. Gentleman with a gun on the ridge. Careful of him. Alright, so he's up here, on top of the house. Well, we can cut him down to size, no problem. Okay. Great, so we're safe now. Loot this corpse for some bullets. And then at the end of this area, yep, there's a villager with a friggin' cannon. So, what we gotta do now is basically duck in and out of houses to avoid the cannon fire. The first one we come into is over here. But you gotta be careful, because as you're running into these houses, a lot of them have enemies in them. And a lot of times when you run into a house, it will alert other enemies who will just follow you. So you have to be very, very careful. Run across into this one. Take down the rifleman. Great. Oof. Okay, and then we're going to wait for the... I don't think he can see us, actually. Alright. Alright, so he's sort of ready to go with his next cannonball, but we can just rush him. Just like that. And then if you like, you can operate the cannon yourself. I mean, it's really just for fun. It doesn't do much for you. But we can come in this house, and there's a treasure in here for us. Great. Get your parry. And slay the beast. I'm still blown away that those church guardians and everything in the village respawned. That's wild to me. Anyway, some beast blood pellets back here. Blood vials on the corpse. There's one more house over here with some sleeping enemies, so go ahead and wake them up violently. Alright. That's it for these folks. And then that's kind of it for this area. Alright. So now, if you like, you can head down here before heading into the building. Loot this corpse for some more twin bloodstone shards. And then we're going to head inside of the building. Thought I might have an enemy on my tail. Alright, so the enemies start to get a little nuts in this area here. So They look like villagers that are just sort of dragging their weapons, but they are much more than that. These enemies actually have snake heads, and so you can try your best to just like constantly slam them down, but you'll probably run out of stamina doing this before they have a chance. Oh no, maybe not. Okay, yeah, so we were lucky in that we killed them before they transformed, but their heads can basically explode into like a pile of snakes, and then you have to deal with like 6 snake heads, which isn't fun. We're gonna come out here first though. Right, just double check. Yep, so there's a roof that we can run down to. Okay, and then there's some treasure here. I'm just double checking. I do love the ambient wind in this area. It's very nice. Cool. So big transform villager here. Parry him right out of the air. Give him the old visceral. Chop him up a couple times. He should hopefully drop some vials for us. We went from like 1 blood vial to 18. Damn, nice. Okay. Cool, so there's nothing over here, just double checking, right? But there is a ladder. Let's go ahead and go up the ladder. Great. Long ladders in Bloodborne, long ladders. Only long ladders in Bloodborne. And then this basically brings us to the top of this windmill. So at the top of this windmill, if we walk over to the gear here, we can basically cross all the way over. And then we loot this for a poison knife. And the poison knife is an interesting clue, because there is an NPC out here. If you look closely, he is eating a corpse. And if you walk up to him, you can speak with him, but he's like just eating a villager. He's not. He says that he's like a grave robber or something. He is not. We have a choice, however. So we can either send him to Iosefka's clinic, we can send him to Odin Chapel, or we can kill him here. And I recommend killing him here, because if we send him to Odin Chapel, he will wind up just murdering everybody. And he's sort of like Yurt in that sense from Demon Souls, where people just start dying when he's around. So he will basically kill everybody in Odin Chapel. We don't want that to happen. We can send him to Iosefka's clinic, and if we do that, let me just check to see. Suspicious Beggar. If we send him to Iosefka's clinic, he'll be a celestial mob, and he will drop the beast rune when killed. Yeah, so we can just kill him now. He drops the beast rune if we kill him now. So this is basically a boss fight. Totally optional, but just go ahead and start by attacking him. And then get a visceral. I don't think... Yeah, so that damage doesn't actually count, but that transforms him into an aberrant beast. And what we can actually do is just sit here, and then he'll show up eventually. He has a number of attacks that can reach us through this door, so you do want to be careful. You just want to kind of get him into the doorway. Yep, there we go. Let's try to target him. There you go. Yeah, so unfortunately that backstab didn't really do much to him. But you can basically just peg him with poison knives. And you can see he doesn't have a ton of health. It's already down maybe an eighth. So you can just literally wait and wait and wait. And just take him down this way. This is why the poison knives are here. Makes this so much easier. Or you can fight him straight up, but honest to God, what's the point? He's clearly very strong, so, why bother? Just use the poison knives, that's why they're there. And then we just wait and wait and wait and wait, and eventually he will go down. It's a great time to use the restroom, take a bathroom break while the poison knife does its work. You won't need many. We're already down basically a quarter of health, and he's just going to get angrier and angrier. Okay, so the damage is stopped at 589. Whoa. That was crazy. So we re-poison him now. Now that he's down below a quarter, he starts getting these crazy electricity and wind attacks. But we can just sit here, and he won't be able to touch us. So we'll wait another 500 damage, throw another knife, he'll die again, and we just rinse and repeat the process. Oddly enough, in the Chalice... I shouldn't say oddly enough, I say that a lot, but in the Chalice dungeons, you'll have to fight him again. He won't be in the Suspicious Beggar form. He'll just be in he'll just be as a boss, so you will have to fight him straight up. He has such a cool voice. A beast.
What would you know?
Yeah, so it's weird that this guy like remains conscious in his beast form. Like he has memory, you know what I mean? And he just straight up transforms. So I don't get this dude. I don't really understand his like story or anything, but it is the way it is. But as he gets lower in health, he gets more aggressive, more electrified. He's like one of the coolest looking enemies in the entire game. And he's just really cool. I like him a lot. If we did answer yes and help him, he would have given us some pungent blood cocktails. I'm reading that in the wiki now, but we didn't really need those. Yeah, so if you send him to Odin Chapel, he will kill the skeptical man, the lonely old woman, Adela, who we've already killed. He'll kill the chapel dweller, and then he will finally kill Ariana. But that's okay. Okay, one more knife, he'll go down. I'll try to shoot him just to show you can get a parry on him if you like. Oof, close. Alright, he's gonna die now. Cool. So that is the suspicious beggar. And he drops the beast rune when killed. Okay. Cool. So we are now overlooking the cannon here. Just to kind of give you an idea of where we are. And then there is a usable cannon in here. I always just... Yeah, so it's right there on that platform right there. So we're going to drop down. Right here. Off of this gear. And now we got the cannon. So that's basically a firearm. It uses a bunch of quicksilver bullets. But now you have a handheld cannon. So let me see if I can even use it. I don't think I have the stats. I don't. You need 30 strength and 13 skill to use. So nowhere close. And it uses 12 bullets at a time. But that's the cannon. It's a fun weapon. And if you have like a high... there are cannon builds where you just use bone marrow ash and one-shot everything. I'm not that kind of player, though. Alright, so back here in Ye Old Windmill, I think there might be one more snakehead enemy, if I'm not mistaken. Let's come over here, loot this corpse, Madman's Knowledge, and then we will exit here. Right? Okay, so this is another shortcut that we cannot open just yet. Man, the woods are so long. How long have we been here? We've been here for 51 minutes. This place is quite long. Alright, so we're going to come out here, and then just double checking back here. Right. Alright, so there is a snake dude on the other side of this bridge who is already transformed. So as you can see, like, it's hard to even know what to parry, but you can parry these guys if you're lucky. There we go. So the snake heads are what deal damage. That's what you got to look out for. But he has a grab attack. He's got all manner of attacks. These guys are, like, really frustrating. Oh, God, I thought I had a parry. Shit. I got greedy there. I thought I had the parry. There we go. Okay, so now that this guy is done, we actually now have access to the shortcut. Okay, sorry, I thought I saw an item there. Alright. So we can come over here, and sometimes there's a snake guy up here, so just be careful. Okay, not today. Not today, Satan. So we can come up this hill and loot this corpse here. There's some more twin bloodstone shards. And in this building is the shortcut back to the beginning of the woods. Alright, and then we're going to go inside. And then that gentleman there is friendly. He's an NPC named Walter. Alright, and now we open the door, and here we are, back at the lamp. Boom. Alright, let's go back to the Hunter's Dream and level up our weapon. And while this loads, I'm just going to quickly look up an NPC that I know is here. Medeiros Whistle, Hostile Hunter in Forbidden Woods. Okay. So, we need to... Okay, great. So I'm not going to worry about an NPC just yet. Let's talk to the doll. Go ahead and level up.
Very well.
And then I need to check another weapon really fast. The Blades of Mercy. What do these scale with? This is Dex. Okay, let's start leveling up skill. That does give us some additional right-hand damage. I definitely want to change to the Blades of Mercy later. Alright, so that's it for the doll. Let's go ahead and level up our weapon now. We should be able to level it up a decent amount. Okay, just the +6. We need chunks at this point. Let's go ahead and check our blood gems. We could probably increase a decent amount. Yeah, I don't care about blunt. 81, 92, 90, attack up. 92 is as high as we go. Alright, let's do it. Cool. Great. So now that that's done, let's go ahead and head back into the woods. Alright, so the NPC we passed, his name is Walter, and he is the leader of the League. And the League is a PvP covenant where if we join the covenant and then kill other people, we get vermin. I'm just double checking the vermin. So you completing a successful co-op mission while wearing the Impurity rune. Not a member of the League, but complete a co-op mission with another Phantom. Obtain vermin for completing Chalice Dungeon objectives as a Phantom. Okay, and then 3 DLC hunters dropped them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Walter, and then this is going to start his quest line and give us a rune. He has a really cool voice. We're going to join the League, and then he is going to give us the Impurity rune. And then now all we got to... This is basically like co-op, so he's... By the bucket helmet, you should be able to tell that he's Solaire. Alright, so now we've gotten that, we can head down in. I'm not sure if you need to have the DLC for him to appear, or if he just appears regardless. Alright, so that snake dude is back, but we're going to ignore him. And this is like the final big section of the woods. This is the area where it's like most easy to get lost in. There's also a ton of snakes in this area, so having antidotes is very, very important. You can hear snakes from like a mile away, but just like everything else in these woods, they're always hiding in corners. The small snakes are... Wow, I just got totally turned around. The small snakes are quite weak. They die in a couple of hits, but there are big snake sort of bundles that are very dangerous. Okay, so this is where that jump is that I was looking for earlier. But like I said, snakes are always around, so just walk slowly when you're in the woods and try to spot any movement that does not look natural. There you go. And I'm purposely hugging this left ridge because there's a jump I need to make. I can never remember exactly where it is. Alright, so the snakes are usually guarding shards. There's another bundle over here. Another bundle of joy. Alright. Cool, so this is where we were before. Loot this corpse now. Shining coins. And then, like I said, there is a jump that we need to make. I think this is it right here. Right. Okay. Alright. Alright. So, is this the jump? Okay, so no, this is not where the jump is. The jump is a little ways up, so sorry about that. It is along a ridge, though. That's why I was getting a little confused. All right, so on the main path here, we're going to come over here. We killed the snakes that were here. But you can hear footsteps, which means that there's somebody else here. You want to be careful. All right. Get a madman's knowledge. There's somebody up there. But we will get up there in a little bit. Alright, so I wound up finding where that treasure was. I feel like a dummy for not going for it, but it's actually really easy to find. So from the first shortcut, we're just going to follow this little ridge here. And we have to jump over this ledge. And then this brings us up here to our big boy friend, who was up on the ridge with his axe. Right here. So this is just some twin bloodstone shards. It's nothing crazy. I don't think I've ever actually gotten this. I don't remember this jump at all, but that's all it was. That's how you get to it. You just take the shortcut ladder and then jump over the little pit, and you sort of go above some snakes, and that's it. Ourselves. Right. Some more snakes. The snakes are just like infested. They infest the woods. It's kind of crazy. Some more twin bloodstone shards. Great. And then... how the hell do you get up there? I kind of forget. Sorry. The woods are like a mess. I think you get there from much later on, actually. Okay. So let's head down the main path here. And then we got a snake man dude here. But we can take care of him just like we did before he gets to transform. A couple of big R2s. Alright. Over here. Some more snake bundles. This is just the other side of that gravestone that we were at. Right? The big ridge up there. Okay. We're going to start encountering really big snakes in a little bit, so just be on the lookout for those. Alright. Twin bloodstone shard. There's another bundle here. Okay, and a big snakehead dude over there. Man, why can't I remember how to get up onto that ledge? It's okay. It's really not a big deal. I'll just double check here one more time. No. Okay. Not a big deal. We'll figure it out later. Alright. So we're going to come over here behind this gravestone. Right? And then there's a big... There's a snake buddy back here. Damn, we were too slow. That's okay. We took care. But there's a snake bundle here. Careful. And there's another one over here. You always want to try to attack these things from max range. This way they don't have much opportunity to counter hit you. Alright, so he's guarding some twin bloodstone shards. And we can make our way over here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and heal. Right, so you can see in the distance there a really big snake. Yep, here's another one. So these guys can shoot poison. They are very weak to fire, however. So if you have a Molotov cocktail, go ahead and equip that. Oil urn as well would be very helpful. This might miss. Yeah. Oh, bad news. Why did that do a transformation attack? Oh man, aren't these things something to look at? And of course, there's like always little bundles of snakes around the big ones, so you gotta be careful of those. Murky blood gemstone. Thick cold blood. And then behind this gravestone is a corpse. With the clear deep sea rune. Alright. Come up here. More snakes. It always has to be snakes. Okay, so twin bloodstone shards. And then this was the corpse that was on this ridge here. Okay. Cool. So you can hear the snakes now. And we're actually pretty close to that jump I was referring to earlier. So we're going to do a big spin to win on these guys. There's 3 of them, though, so just be ready. Oh, boy. Please don't die. And, of course, there's also snakes behind us now. Just be careful. All right. Great. So, now that all that noise is done, we can loot everything here. Bloodstone chunk. Great. Upgrade our weapon again if we'd like. Alright, so this overlooks a pit with a couple of snakes. what you can do is actually throw Molotovs. Oh god, I did not want that to happen. You gotta get out, though. Shit, I had a strong feeling that that was going to happen. I didn't want it to happen, but I kind of knew it would. Hopefully I can get this off. Yep, great, so that's one. The snakes are very fleshy, so they're very weak, but they deal a ton of damage. Alright, cool. Great. Am I poisoned? No, that's just the poison buildup. Alright, another Deep Sea Rune, Murky Blood Gemstone, Twin Bloodstone Shard, Twin Bloodstone Shard. Now there's going to be a pile of snakes that's moving through here. So I gotta kind of get my bearings again. Alright, snakes here. Oh yeah, he's got the poison spit. Ain't that nice? Ain't that a peach? Alright. Yeah, unfortunately there's only like one way to this snake here. So maybe wait for him to shoot. Okay, he's actually showing up. Oh god. Go ahead and antidote. Okay. One more hit. There we go. Great. Alright, there's one more bundle here. Great. Murky Blood Gemstone. Then don't forget about this corpse around the corner. There's some Frenzied Cold Blood. Great. Okay, so if you'd like, you can come down here. I don't recommend it, though, because we're going to get there another way. Come up here. And then there's a treasure over here, yep. Frenzied Cold Blood. Okay, great. So then we're going to backtrack a little bit and get back onto the main path. I'm going to show you where this jump is that I keep talking about. Oh, I forgot a corpse here in this little snake pit. Great, Twin Bloodstone Shards. Alright, so let's go back down to the main path here. And then I think there's a bundle of snakes moving around, if I'm not mistaken. There's a pig over there. I don't want to deal with him. So the treasure I'm referring to is up there. You can see there. The only way to get to it is via a jump. So that's what we're going to do now. Yes, this is the bundle of snakes I was looking for before. Ugh. I was going to go for it, but I was afraid that I would die. Okay. So many snakes, but you get a lot of souls at least. I guess not too many. Yeah, 250 per. Alright, cool. So Bloodstone Shard, and then these guys don't drop anything. Oh, one more bundle. Why not? Alright, so what we're looking for here is this really big landmark of red gravestones. Right here. So this is along the main path. You're eventually going to find this. And so the way this works is from here, there's a ridge. And what we can do is we can jump a gap. Where the hell is it? Actually, sorry, this is like back at the beginning. Oh my god. The woods drive me absolutely insane. Why do I hear more snakes? Alright, I think we gotta go a little further up. Right, so here's the landmark again. These red graves. This is sort of your tell of where you are. So now we're gonna head down. Right, we're gonna head over here. Right, okay, so this is it. So the landmark is right here. Right? We turn around. We come over here, and then this is a jump that we have to make. Chances are you're going to fall your first couple times. That's okay. You shouldn't die. But there are enemies down there for you to kill. So let's go ahead and make the jump. Great, we made it the first time. That's so good. And now we can grab this treasure here. And this is the Graveguard mask. So the Graveguard mask is part of the Graveguard set. And the Graveguard set is a really great armor set, that has really high frenzy resistance. So, yeah, the helm alone has 32 frenzy resist. The physical defense is pretty low. It's kind of one of the lowest in the game, sort of. But the Graveguard set is great when you get to the Nightmare Frontier, and you need to be able to block frenzy damage. Or not block it, but not die to it. Alright, so we'll slide down this ridge here again. And then there is actually a pig, believe it or not, in this area that we're going to have to take care of. You can hear it. If you listen, you don't even have to listen closely. You can just hear it. These things are so big. All right, and then there's a snakehead man over here. That whistle, yep. So that whistle causes him to summon other snakes. And believe it or not, you can actually get that ability. It was added in the DLC. Except yours is much cooler. But in order to do that, you need to either smash 5 vermin, or you can kill Valter, and then that will also cause the scene to change. But basically, smash 5 vermin or kill Valter, and a hostile hunter will appear in the woods right by the lamp. And killing him will give you the Medeiros whistle, which basically does the same thing. It summons a giant snake out of the ground. Let's go ahead and backstab this boar. Yep, that's everybody's favorite animation there. These things actually have buttholes for some reason. Alright, get 4 blood vials, great. We can head up here. Head across this log. And then this would bring you to the set, the armor set, and then the helm is on that corpse right there. But we've already done this, so we don't need to bother. Great, so we can just sort of continue along the path that we were on. Another snake guy. I don't know where he came from. Oh god, I'm like right in the middle of him. That sucked. Alright, killed a bunch of them there. That was nice. Alright, cool. Oh, nice. Get some blood gems. Alright, so we're going to head further on down. There's a big snake hidden here, so just be ready for it. One more hit will do it. Yep, it's down. And then just make sure you're not being stalked by other snakes. He drops a murky blood gemstone. The Forbidden Woods, honestly, God, is like the longest area in the game. So we're almost done, though, believe it or not. All right, some more snakes in the woods here. Oh, God. And we're poisoned, of course. Of course, as a horse. All right, cool. All right, so don't fall down there. You don't want to do that. Instead, we're going to keep following the path here. There is a corpse hidden here, but be careful. Snakes. I mean, you should just come to expect it at this point. Oh, man, you do so much smashing in this stage. In this area, I should say. Cool. Now we're going to follow this path here. Believe it or not, we're getting close to another shortcut. So, we're going to follow this path up here. And then you can hear a pig. You can hear him down there. So he's going to start screeching. And then we kind of get to this really cool looking like firefly swamp. Oh man, I did not expect that, dude. That was unbelievable. You're so fast. So I'm going to try to parry this boar. Great. It doesn't have a lot of parryable attacks, but if you can get a visceral on it, it's basically dead in one hit. Alright, so this is a firefly swamp. This one doesn't have any corpses in it for you to worry about. And it's also not gasoline, so that's good. We can come to the left here and go through this little area into a really neat area with celestial emissaries in it, or celestial mobs, I guess they're called. So you can sort of hear them like warbling if you listen closely. There's one behind this tree. And these guys cast arcane spells, and they can deal damage to you. They are really weak in terms of health, but they can deal serious damage if you're not careful. So these guys with their... Oh, god damn. Jesus. Yeah, if you don't have high arcane damage resist, these guys can really shred you. So hopefully they'll come over here. You gonna de-aggro or what? Okay. Whew. So yeah, so we get the anti-clockwise metamorphosis rune, and there's another emissary over here. I think only the ones with their hair out cast the spells. So this one's sort of passive. He's just like looking into the distance there. And like I mentioned, this is the area that you can fall into if you're not careful. Alright. Get a madman's knowledge here. And then that's basically it for this section. Great. So, that should sort of indicate to you that things are going to start to get a little bit weird. Weirder than they've already been in Bloodborne. Okay. Cool. So let's head back to the other side of the Firefly swamp area. Sorry, I was playing with one hand and trying to take a drink. Okay. And what we're going to do now is we're actually going to head backwards. We're going to go to where the pig was. Alright. And then we can head up here if we like. This is basically just back to the main path. So, just to sort of help you get your bearings again. So I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, so this is where the other boar was. Right. This is where the pig was with the big gravestone, right? Okay. Sorry, the woods all look the same. Alright. And then we followed this path up here. This was where the other boar was, right. So now we can come back here, go into the swamp, and then turn right. And then tucked in this tree is another rune, but you do need to be careful because there's also some enemies in here. Alright, so you got these like little swamp dweller dudes. And there's a number of them, so just be careful. And they're all guarding this rune here, so just be very, very careful. They can gang up on you, they can deal good damage, but they do go down in a few hits. Alright, so they're guarding the Dissipating Lake rune. And this is why it's important to do Hemwick Charnel Lane before coming here, because you get so many runes that it's like kind of pointless to come here without having the rune tool to actually use them. There's so many runes in Forbidden Woods. Alright, so there's another pig right there. So we will have to take care of him. Hopefully we can get close enough to where he doesn't try to run at us. Okay, yeah, poison mist, that's fine. We can deal with that. Oh, nice. We got another parry on him. That was great. Alright, pig dead. Cool. So we got another guy over here guarding a corpse. Grab that. And then this right here is actually the boss arena. So we're getting very, 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 very close. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to backtrack. I'm going to show you where the other shortcut is. So we're going to go back to the Firefly Lake. To the Firefly Swamp, I guess I should call it. Which is just on the other side of this little swampy river. And then we're going to be able to activate the shortcut back into the windmill. Alright. Cool, so we're going to turn right. And then you want to be careful, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, there's a snake dude here that you got to be careful of. That was a nice parry. Luckily, he tried to hit us with the hatchet and not the snakes. That's real nice of him. Cool, fully stocked up on blood vials now. And now we can come in here, and then this brings us right back into the windmill. So, just to sort of introduce you again to the way these shortcuts work. This is the windmill. On the other side of this is the bridge that has a snake dude on it. And then on the other side of this bridge is the elevator back up to the start of the level. So basically you're going to take the elevator down from the lamp, turn left, go across the bridge, run through this windmill, and then just take this elevator down. And then we're going to be able to run to the boss from here. Great, so I'm actually going to send it back up just in case. Alright. Cool beans, cool beans, cool beans. And then from here we turn left, and then we can just run into this swamp here. Or you can take the ridge and just sort of, walk up and not have to worry about the swamp. Whatever you want to do is fine. Now we're going to head towards the boss. I realized that I don't think I actually went to where that big axe dude was. I don't think it's anything major. It's not like a weapon or anything, so I'm not too worried about it. What I might do at the end is just try to quickly run to it. So this is where that final pig was, and so we can run down here. And then you'll find an old hunter's bell down here for help. Alright, so that leads to the boss. We're going to go up this one final little deviation. And then we'll come up here. And then this door should now open. Alright. Great. And then coming in here, we have a couple... Oh, maybe just one snake dude? Go ahead and shut him down. Oh boy, that didn't work. Wow, I must have hit that right on the transformation. I'm real bad at it. I hate parrying these guys. I'm so bad at it. Okay, why don't we do that? There we go. Take care of it the old-fashioned way. And I'm just drenched in blood, and I love it. Cool, that's the clockwise metamorphosis rune, and then we can come up here. Right? Maybe this leads to the dude? You know, I think it does. Maybe, I don't know. I really have no idea. No, it doesn't, but that's okay. This leads back down to the main path. That's the sort of landmark I keep telling you about. Yeah, alright. I really have no idea where that guy is. I'll try to reach him at the end, and if I find it, I'll edit it in, but otherwise we're just going to go to the boss. Okay, so yeah, this is that final area. We got clockwise metamorphosis. It's unclear why that's locked. I don't know why there's a gate there. I'm not sure if there's like a story reason for that or if it's supposed to signify something, but either way, doesn't matter. Okay, so for this boss, the Shadows of Yharnam, it's a 3-on-1. So basically, once you cross through these crossed over gravestones, you're basically locked in it. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take down the casters first. At least that's the plan. Actually, no. I'm gonna take down just the straight samurai guy first. The further down in health you get these guys, they start to transform. So basically, think of them like the snakehead guys, except it takes them a while to get there. They're all humanoids. You can target them. You can parry them. One of them is just a straight-up melee attacker. The second one has a sword, and he can shoot fire. And then the third one is just a caster. Maybe he has a sword and a tonitrus? You have to forgive me. I can't exactly remember. But basically, this is just a hunter fight. So just parry away, and they're going to go down pretty quick. And of course, use the gravestones to sort of separate yourself. Yeah, so one of them has a tonitrus and flames. The other one has the candelabra. And, oh. Alright, so I'm going to take down this guy first. He seems to be the most willing. Oh, God. Yeah, these guys are pretty deadly. Maybe I'll just try to take down the melee guy first. Yeah. So, Viscerals deal a ton of damage to them, as you can see. Alright. That's that guy. Yeah, this guy's always the easiest to take down, now that I'm sort of remembering how this fight goes. And if you ever run out of bullets, just press up on the D-pad and you can sacrifice health for some additional bullets. And always watch your enemy's hand. Alright, so now they are beginning to transform. And what you can do... Well, yeah, it's too late. You can basically attack them while they're transforming. And at this point, you've really got to be careful. One of them now has a flame sword. The other one has stronger pyromancy. This one now has like a whip of a sword. They get really, really crazy. So you can still take down one at a time. It's still like the best way to do it. Wow, that was a lucky riposte. Or a lucky parry, I should say. Alright, so that's one down. Yep. And so you got to watch out because one of them has an ability where he summons a snake out of the ground. He will sort of scream or whistle, and then a snake comes out of the ground. I actually think it's the guy I killed, so I don't think we're going to have to worry about it at this point. But these guys will go down kind of easy. Oh, yeah. Take some extra damage there. Oh, man. So he's got the whip, too, I guess. These guys aren't necessarily a tough boss, but they can gang up on you and deal decent damage, so you do have to be careful. Whoa! I just got hit by every fireball that guy just spit out at me. Yikes. Alright, I'm actually going to go after Mr. Candelabra over here. He seems to be... Or Mr. Tonitrus Fireball Hand. Alright, so he's down. This guy will go down a lot faster now. Nice. Nice parry. Alright, yeah, about 859 damage. And then luckily he sidesteps, so that's a bit predictable. Yes, this attack, you gotta watch out for that. Giant snake comes out of the ground. Oh my god. Several of them do. Maybe I can get him to do that again. So I could sort of show you. There's basically like a red orb on the ground that comes out, and that's basically your indicator that the snakes are coming. Try to wait for him to do it again. Yep, here we go. So the snakes, yep, come out of these red spots on the ground, and then they thrash around a bit. So we got blood bullets now. I don't think I've really ever shown off this mechanic, but this basically allows us extra bullets at the cost of health. It is rally health, so you can get the health back. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't let this go on so long. Oh, God. I'd love for him to give me a melee attack to parry. Ugh, yeah. Too late, I guess. Man. Sweet Jesus. Jesus. Oh my god. I've never let this fight go on so long. I really just wanted to demonstrate the abilities to you. That was really my goal here. We can just go after him. Yeah, if you can get this guy in a corner, he goes down. Alright, so that's the Shadows of Yharnam. The prey slaughtered. And we get the Blood Rapture rune, and then we also get a lamp. I will show you, though, this is kind of a funny lamp. I don't know why they started this tradition in Dark Souls 2, but there's a lamp right here at the start of Byrgenwerth. So, oh god, and a Mr. Baxter here as well. God, I shouldn't have done this. Anyway, there's a lamp here at the start of Byrgenwerth. Yeah, so I don't know why there's like two lamps right next to each other, but this is Byrgenwerth. This is where the next walkthrough will be. I'll tell you right now, the next walkthrough is way shorter than this one. It's a very small area after a really big area. But yeah, hour and 26 minutes took us to get through the woods, so not bad, not bad. But we will end it here. And yeah, so let's go ahead and upgrade our weapon, and then we'll level up another time. Oh, we can't. How many blood rocks do we need? Or bloodstone chunks? We need 3, we only have 1. What a bummer. Okay, that's okay. Let's level up with the doll. Yeah, the next area is Byrgenwerth, and like I mentioned, it is a much, much shorter area than what we just went through, so don't worry. It won't take as long. You only need 300 blood echoes to level up again, so let's go ahead and crack open a thick cold blood. Am I stuck in dialogue? Cold Blood 4. Yep. 1200. That's okay. Level up one more time. And the reason I'm putting points into skill is because I want to eventually switch over to the Blades of Mercy, which we can actually do pretty soon. So put another point to skill, and then we will end it there. So, yeah. If you've made it through, congratulations. The Forbidden Woods is one of the hardest areas of the game, and definitely the longest, outside of maybe the Nightmare Frontier. Yeah, it's pretty long. It's pretty hard. LOL. Anyway, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. In the next part, we'll go through Byrgenwerth. It'll be much shorter. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch. And as always, I'm Sweet Johnny Cage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.